Okay.
Okay. So we're going to do our presentation on Bournemouth People First.
And I'm Liam, that's Jess, by the way. Just in case you didn't know.
It's not actually a media company, but we're doing some...
They're doing their media work for their newest projects, Unheard Voices, which we will get to in a minute. Who are Bournemouth People First, or referred to as BPF, or just to save time with everything. They help those with learning disabilities, so Asperger's,
Down syndrome.
they can range from dyslexia to, Down syndrome. And they're a speaking up group, so people that have, they've grown up in institutions all their lives, and it's to help them speak up, get their stories out there. Okay.
So when was it founded? Bournemouth People First was first founded in 2000. It was first called the Bournemouth Forum.
And later in 2004 they changed it to Bournemouth People First.
So the staff, as it's an organisation / charity, they've only got 17 members that actually work for them. 4 of them are social work students, and there's 3 police students as well.
And they did have another 11 members of staff, but they have left and moved on to other things. Projects. Whenever they start something new, they call it a project. So there have been about 10 altogether. This is one of the early ones, Mix It Up. We don't know much about that, to be honest. Keep Safe, that's one that we've got a video to show in a minute. Struggle for Equality was their most recent success, and Unheard Voices, that's one we're working on.
So, video.
Okay. Videos on their Facebook page because it's not on YouTube or anywhere.
Just go onto their video, it's on the page.
We're going past that now. No. Yeah, they were. One second.
Learning disabilities, busy town.
The projects, because they were so successful, they won an awards and they were put in the news.
Can be confusing and intimidating places, but a scheme in Bournemouth and Poole aims to provide help. More than 100 shops and cafes have been designated as safe places where people can confidently get support. Today the project team won what's called the Accessible Britain Challenge Awards, which recognise organisations that transform the lives of people with disabilities.
I'm feeling fantastic and proud, not just for us 3 here, but all 3 organisations of friends, all our friends. You ought to be proud. Woo! Proud to the people!
Congratulations. James Ingham has been to Poole to meet others involved in the award-winning Safe Places scheme.
Jonathan's one of a team that helps keep Safe Places running. He's able to share with shopkeepers and others how people like him with learning disabilities sometimes feel when they're out.
It can make me feel anxious and worried because I don't like big crowds.
So how useful is it then to have these safe places that you can go to?
It is useful because it helps me to feel confident when I'm out in the community, and it helps me to go to one of the safe place sticker shops in case I have a problem.
Makes you feel more confident to be out and about?
It certainly does.
This pharmacy is one of 115 places in Bournemouth and Poole to have signed up as safe places.
Yes.
Jonathan showed me how it works.
I must say, Heidi, I'm feeling a little anxious because I feel like I'm being followed.
Would you like me to call somebody for you?
Yes, please.
Many disabled people also carry this card with vital information for those helping them.
It's an excellent idea because any persons who's vulnerable, once they recognize the sign in the window, they are more than welcome to come here.
Crucially, it's disabled people like Lisa who are training those who've offered to provide these safe places.
I like the training and give the people chance to speak up.
The scheme was prompted by incidents of hate crime against disabled people. Attitudes are slowly changing, but there's more to do.
The Accessible Britain Challenge, which is what we've been nominated for, that is all about more inclusive societies and more inclusive communities. I think there'll always be work to be done to get rid of some of that stigma and to put people with learning disabilities at the forefront.
This award should help that work and ensure this scheme thrives in the future. James Ingham, BBC South Today, Poole.
Straight on to sport.
Yeah, the reason we show that is because one of the problems they face is getting noticed by the public, because I doubt any of you have really heard about them ever. So this is one of yeah.
So one of the main problems they faced when they first started was they couldn't even find an office, so they were actually just in a porter cabin for a while.
They've had to rely on a lot of government funding. I'm sorry, no, they can't rely on government funding because they are funded by National Lottery and another one which we'll cover in a minute. That one. And yeah, they rely on other people's donations, and that was weird.
So funding.
Yeah.
So they've got 16 paid staff, although when we spoke to them they said that it's not very good pay. 5 of them have to be volunteers because they just can't afford to actually pay them. They have had National Lottery and the Heritage Lottery helping them out, and in the past they have also had Comic Relief.
So they're very limited with resources.
So we asked one of the main people there what she sees the company being in 5 years' time, and she replied with, they want to have some more money, they want to get bigger, and they want to be better known in the community, and that's where we come in with helping them make their videos a lot better and getting them more pictures and stuff so people actually know who they are.
And the more known they are, the more money they'll earn, and they can expand even further. Yep, this is us. We are their only media. They have a publicity from the Bournemouth newspaper, Bournemouth Echo, but other than that, they don't have much else in the way of media.
The only media related thing they've got is a little film camera that turns itself off every 2 minutes.
And it runs off tape instead of like an SD card that you would expect for a modern camera. So they kind of need our help with it.
We're going to show you quickly their website so then you can get an idea of why they need our help.
Oh.
Clicky.
Okay, Mr. Clicky. Oh no. Oh.
Find it.
More lights up to that. Right, so this is their website. It's ran off Adobe InDesign because they don't have the skills to sort of use some like more advanced program. That's something we're going to be helping them with their layout and just overall design. Here's an example of sort of why they might need our help. It's because you sort of get all this static in the background.
Wallpaper versus website.
And it's not very well
We
made.
are
So
attractive.
it's one of the things we hope to help improve with their website. As well as filming and audio, we've also done some photography for them, and maybe some graphic design in the future if they want help with posters.
Okay, so they go by 4 slogans.
Which we can't very slowly.
Everyone is valuable, everyone is unique.
We are the experts on how we feel.
Rights, choices, respect.
And as you heard in the news, power to the people. Any questions?
What have you done so far?
A couple of weeks ago, we went to one of their project events from a different project called Big Night Out. It's basically a event at Cameo. We have DJing for people with disabilities, like who've been trained, and there's about 200 or 300 people turn up and did some photography and filming for them.
They also done a project launch, and so we went along and just took some pictures from there, and I think they've put them up on their website now. So.
How did you get involved with them?
There's posters all around the college saying, "Media students, we need you."
So we saw those. We went down to their headquarters in Boscombe and met with them. Yeah.
Headquarters and Boscombe.
Yeah.
That's not what we found. There was like a police raid.
Excellent, well done. Right, so everybody,